Hi, I'm Kate Richburg, Director of Education here at Beaducation.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to use the Sparex Pickling compound, the pickle pot, as well as the copper tongs. The process of pickling metal is used when you're heating the metal with a torch. Once the metal is heated, it has a dark film of firescale on the top, and that firescale needs to be removed. So, we use the Sparex Pickling compound, and the Sparex compound is a dry granular acid, and you also need something to heat it in. We're using this crock pot, otherwise known as a pickle pot. Sparex can be used at room temperature, but it's much more effective heated in the crock pot at about 140 degrees. I have about 1/8 of a cup of the Sparex pickling compound, and I have about a cup of water here as well. The ratio between the Sparex and water is about an 8-to-1 ratio. It doesn't have to be exact. When you're using any kind of acid compounds, I like to make sure that my hands are protected with some rubber gloves. And I've already poured my water into my pickle pot here. So I have about a cup of water here, and I'm just going to pour in my granular Sparex here. And you always want to add the granular acid to water. Then I just plug in my pickle pot, let it heat for about 5 minutes. I'm going to also mix it up with using my copper tongs here. And you want to make sure that you only use copper in this pickle pot. You don't want to use tongs made out of any other metal, or else your pickle is going to become contaminated and it's not going to work for you. Now that my pickle has been heated for about 5 minutes or so, I'm going to put in my piece of metal that has firescale on it. I'm just going to grab it with my copper tongs, open the lid of my pickle pot, and place that piece inside. Now, the firescale will be removed in about probably 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how fresh and new the pickle is that you've just put in your pot. If it's older pickle, it might take a little bit longer. When your pickle is not in use, you can transfer it from this crock pot into a glass jar with a lid, and it can be reused and reheated that way. When you're ready to use it again, just pour it right back into your pickle pot, heat it up, and you'll be ready to go. When it's time to dispose of your pickle, you're going to need to neutralize it using some baking soda. You're going to know that your pickle is ready to replace because it starts to lose its effectiveness and doesn't remove the firescale off your metal quite as quickly as it used to when it was new. You're also going to see that the liquid of the pickle actually is going to have a slight blue tinge to it. To neutralize this pickle, you're going to need about 2 to 4 tablespoons of baking soda. What I do is I actually take the pickle pot and put it in my sink and remove the lid, and then slowly, about a tablespoon at a time, add the baking soda in. You're going to see the pickle actually start to froth a little bit and bubble up. So add 1 tablespoon, let it sit, let the pickle settle, and then add maybe another one and another one after that. And as soon as you see your pickle neutralized, it's safe to dispose of it down the sink.